We're coming off a terrific weekend, Keith, and keeping that streak going. And while it's a little bit cool now, that's going to change.
Yeah, it's going to get, I think it's actually going to get to hot by the end of the week. And you know I'm very tough about the use of that.
Some people like to rush that particular season. Not a lot of us do. You know, Mainers like this gradual thing. The 70 is kind of a sweet spot.
Yeah, it's true. And we got a lot of that this week before we get to the hot stuff later in the week. Just a beautiful day today. You know, it struck me that it was one of those days, sunshine-wise and cloud cover-wise, you don't see much this time of the year, just totally blue skies. You think about fall and you think about kind of middle of the winter when it's cold, not so much spring, but we'll have another day like that tomorrow. Now, here's something we're going to deal with through much of this week. Onshore flow on the coast keeps temperatures down. Inland, it's warmer. And we're going to do that again tomorrow. And then over time through the week, that difference will get a little bit eroded, but it'll just get warmer and warmer, so it won't really be that noticeable that it changes that much. So here are the wind gusts. East, east, southeast, east. So whenever you have wind off the water like that, it's just hard, right? I mean, the water temperature, 45, 46 degrees. It's going to be a little bit harder to warm up. But the air mass gets increasingly warm and it kind of overcomes that. So tonight, temperatures drop down to the 40s. I think there'll be some 30s too. This model's maybe a little bit too warm overnight, but it's clear. And tomorrow's another bright sunny day. I don't see a lot of difference between today and tomorrow. And if you're going to do a repeat type day, this is a good one, right? 60 or so along the coast, upper 60s, low 70s inland by tomorrow afternoon and into northern Maine and the mountains as well. The only clouds we have this week, Wednesday, a little lobe of energy breaks off. There's a low way down in the mid-Atlantic and a piece kind of breaks off of this on Wednesday. Gives us some clouds along the coast. That's the worst we're going to do all week, and it's not that bad. Mid-60s still, low 70s farther inland through the day on Wednesday. We should be able to stay dry through all of that time period, even though there's some clouds around. And eventually, that upper level low sinks a little bit, the high shifts a little, and that gets us a real strong southwest flow. And we've seen this coming for a while now, that it's going to be very warm to hot by the later part of the week, really turning the corner there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those are your warmest days. And we should be able to hang on through most of the weekend as well, as far as it staying warm. Maybe a shower possible on Sunday afternoon, but I think we get most of the weekend in on a good note. That being said, the Maine coast, it's a beautiful place, but it has some negatives this time of the year. And you can see as we kind of step these temperatures up through the week, that we're lagging along the coast, and that just has to do with that onshore flow. Now, there is some possibility as we get into Friday and Saturday that we might be able to get a little bit warmer than this, but I think most of the time we spend below 80. Meanwhile, inland, it is getting squarely into the mid-80s Friday and Saturday. Stays warm on Sunday too, and then things start to cool down a little bit on Monday of next week. So that's going to be the only thing, is if you want it really, really warm. You know, Pat alluded to liking a nice gradual transition. If you like a transition, the coast is better. If you want it hot right away, that's inland. It does get hot on Friday and Saturday, and then there is a shower possible on Sunday, but again, I think overall it looks good. And then last hurrah on Monday, I think that the pattern comes to an end there, and probably pretty drastically, such that by next week we are likely to be below average. Maybe a decent amount below average. But guys, as Pat has mentioned before, sometimes I get ahead of myself when there's not a whole lot going on. So don't worry about that yet. Focus on the warmth. And I was talking about how it's going to be generally dry. By Sunday, it might get a little bit, you might feel a little stickiness in the air at that point.
Okay.
Thank you, Keith. News Center Maine is back after this.